Hey guys, Luke here, your digital concierge at Gramophone. Today we're going to be taking a look at an all-new entry into the category from Yamaha. These are the E700 noise-canceling headphones. Tailored for you, the music lover, the E700A by Yamaha is designed to be one of the best-sounding options for while you're on the go, ready to help you take whatever the world has to throw at you. And we're going to get into this and figure out why this should be on your short list of top quality and great sounding noise canceling headphones. Before we do that, make sure you guys subscribe to the Gramophone channel and click that bell notification icon so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming highlights. Many great stuff is on the way, including more headphones, great options for speakers, electronics, and much, much more. Now then, the E700A and why Yamaha is a name that deserves to be taken seriously in this consumer audio space. Alright guys, so we're going to do an unboxing of the E700, see everything that we get in here, but before we open it up, taking a quick look at the box, you can see I really like how they did the design on the front here. Yamaha's kind of embracing this side flap design for all of their products, and I think that's kind of cool. Makes their boxes stand out a little bit more. Going to the back, you can see some of the primary features listed, such as having a voice assistant, a 3.5mm line-in, built-in microphone, and looking at the side, we've got the good old Yamaha tuning fork. So, let's open this guy up. Alright, put this aside. Here's our inner box. Bringing you closer to the artist. The good old Yamaha motto. And I've got to say I agree. And we have a quick start telling you what comes in your box, how to connect it to charge it, and how to sync it up for Bluetooth, but we'll get into that in the video, of course. Let's just take these out. It's a nice kind of pleathery feeling case with little embroidery of the Yamaha tuning fork logo. That's right, those are tuning forks. Little kind of sort of secret about Yamaha. Nice presentation as we open that up. Wow, these are like big ear cups. You got a pocket right here, airline adapter, 3.5mm cable, USB-C cable. Yes. Thank you, Yamaha. You're on the right track already. These kind of have a pro look to them with like the wide rounded ear cans. I like that. They're pretty light. They have a generally pretty comfortable feel. A little less space than I thought at first glance for your ears, but by no means uncomfortable. But a little less contoured. They're kind of just going for a more homogeneous shape here, but that's fine. Still feels pretty good. And the interior of the cups and pads is nice. And looking around, we can see we have like play pause buttons, volume adjustment, play pause, volume adjustment, USB-C, main power, noise canceling button, 3.5mm input for wired use. These are a closed back, noise canceling, over the ear, as in wrap around the outer portion of your ear style headphone, also known as circumaural. They feature a 40mm dynamic driver, which is actually about a typical size in this price category and in this form factor. And that's a good thing. A 40mm driver works out pretty well. And Yamaha claims that these have a pretty massive frequency response from a very, very, almost unthinkably low 8 Hertz up to 40 kilohertz. And if that's true, that is quite a wide range and one of the widest that we've ever seen on a headphone in this category. One of the cool things that Yamaha does on their products is the listening optimizer, which is making continual adjustments on the fly based on your environment and also causing a bump in bass frequencies and in very high frequencies when listening at overall lower levels. The reason for that is that it helps everything continue to sound good and consistent when the volume's low. The human ear is pre-made to hear frequencies that we would consider the mid-range, because that is where the human voice has the bulk of its energy, and our ear is most tuned to the sound of other human voices. Therefore, when volume gets low, less bass and less treble relative to the mid-range frequencies because your ear is just quite simply less sensitive. So by adjusting for that on the fly, you keep the sound consistent and have a good experience even if you want to listen a little quieter. Another cool feature that these have, that many products in the category are finally starting to get on board with, and I'm very happy to see, is an ambient noise mode, meaning that the built-in microphones that you would generally use either for noise canceling or for making phone calls can be used to pipe in a little bit of external sound And that is excellent for both safety's sake, or if you're just trying to briefly have a conversation without actually removing your headphones. But especially for safety, say you're out for a run, or even just a walk but on a busy city street, it's probably a good idea to be able to hear your surroundings. And now you can do that having a nice blend of your music and what's going on out there, again, keeping you safe or entertaining that short conversation. These also have a battery life of up to 35 hours, which is quite the impressive figure, and I think might be among the class leading for this category. And finally, this will charge to full power in just 3.5 hours over that USB-C connector. So these are actually quite superlative in the battery category, and you gotta love to see it. Start with the weight. These are 0.71 pounds, so they're quite lightweight, which is always a great feature, especially for something portable. And if you look at the size and shape of these, they've kind of got that Yamaha professional look to them. Almost kind of remind me of a studio headphone with their rounded shape, larger ear cups, and nice dense padding on the cups as well. Overall, the comfort on these headphones is pretty solid. I had them on for a good 20 minutes, just testing them out, listening to a few different things, and they were comfy. I definitely felt like I could wear them for much, much longer. There's a bit of resistance in the spokes, but I like that because it means the bearings are decent. They're not cheap and flimsy. And to note, these are available in this kind of somewhat satin black color and also in a white. Both look really sharp. As you can see, I have the black with me here today. But that white really stands out as well. That's probably my personal favorite. I've always bought the more whiter, silver, champagne colored things when it comes to personal audio. But either way, whatever your fancy is, I think you're really gonna like what you get. These are primarily a Bluetooth product, specifically Bluetooth version 5.0, which is one of the latest versions yet, so it's going to give you not only very good wireless signal quality, but also signal range. You can expect about 30 feet from most wireless devices, so that's solid performance. You also get a 3.5mm jack with an included cable for wired use, which is great because sometimes wired quality can still be a little better depending on the source or just depending on your situation. In this, there is an included airline adapter for those dual prong setups, so you can watch an in-flight movie just fine, or say, plug this into your computer and get native audio through Windows or Mac, depending on what you're using. And the other thing worth mentioning before we move on is that there is an available app for these headphones allowing you to access some of the basic functions and tunings, so be sure to pick that up to get the most out of them. Lastly, these charge with USB-C, which is so good because this needs to be a USB-C world, so thank you Yamaha for embracing the future, even though it should really be the present. I also wanted to give you guys some of my personal feedback on how I feel about this headphone, how it performs. This is a very V-shaped headphone. For certain genres and types of listeners, is going to be a good thing. If you're a bass head, or you like trebly sparkle on certain kinds of songs, you'll enjoy this. Though, fair warning, certain songs such as very closely mic'd acoustic guitars and other instruments can come off as a little bit like they're shaking inside your head, but if you play a modern day electronic bassy track, you're gonna have a good time. For under $400, the E700s by Yamaha are most notable for their very solid design and host of great tech features such as active noise canceling, as well as listening care, and should definitely be on your list of headphones if you prefer a bassier sound, are looking for solid construction and excellent battery performance for your whole day of listening. And if that's what you guys are looking for, click that link down below to head over to skybygramophone.com where you can pick up your own pair, check out securely, and have them shipped fast and free straight to your door. Also, don't forget to stop by one of our showroom locations or give us a call. You'll find us in Timonium, Columbia, and Gaithersburg, Maryland. And while you're out, be sure to go see our Kitchen Design Center in Hunt Valley, Maryland as well. If you guys need any help coming up with project ideas, need to schedule a service request, or want to speak to any of our hi-fi, home theater, and interior design experts, get inspired at gramophone.com where you can find all kinds of great ideas. And if you have any questions for me regarding anything that I've covered here on the channel, ask at gramophone.com. You can find us on social media too. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Houzz, and a few others. Just check the links down below. Please give me a like if you enjoyed this video, drop a comment down below, and subscribe to the Gramophone channel for all of your audio and home theater needs. And as usual, I want to hear back from you guys. Tell me what you think of the E700s, and tell me what you want to see from us in the future. Always a pleasure, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Be seeing you.